All right, good morning. It is good morning, folks. We are about a half hour from the afternoon. We are live here on High Button Sports at the Pictou County Wellness Center for this matchup in the U15AA division. The visiting Pictou County Crushers against the home team, the Dartmouth Whalers. Dartmouth in their blue and yellows. And as you are well aware, the Pictou County team in their red, black, and white special edition jerseys. These Pictou teams with a little bit more to play for than the average team in this tournament. This is a memorial tournament, the 38th edition, and the 40th anniversary of the passing on that tragic accident back in 83-84. This tournament has been in memory of that family for 38 years and running, and it's a very big honor for us here at High Button Sports to be a part of such a prestigious event. We are just a couple minutes away from puck drop. Once again, Matt Dudelay here with you, High Button Sports, alongside Megan Henshaw, the local here. She'll be running the camera and producing for me up here. Nice to have a family member in attendance right beside me here in the booth. As both teams go through their pre-game cheers. We're going to get to the starting goaltenders. First for the Dartmouth Whalers, it's going to be number 1, Jackson Mitchell. Just had to wait for him to turn around there for a second. Down in the Pictou County net is going to be number 31, Quinn Wilson, who I had the pleasure of watching in the first game that I called for this team. And an absolutely electric game here between the South Shore Lumberjacks and this same Crushers team last night, where the Crushers scored late and ended up picking up the W in that game. Connor Allward got the start in that game, and I found out earlier this week that his family has a cottage near mine. We won't tell you where, as that is sacred territory for us, but nice to have a little connection here, as we're just moments away from puck drop now. Thank you very much for tuning in once again here. We appreciate the support, and this is exactly why we do this, folks, is so you're not able to come to the rink, but we are able to provide you with a viewing experience that we hope you enjoy. Once again, we're just waiting here. Starting lines here is going to be Alexander, Gallant, Johnson, McDonald, and Bartow for the Whalers. It looks like it's going to be Park, Wilson, Anderson, Green, and also McDonald, who I do believe is wearing the mic for High Button Sports right now in our mic'd up edition here of this tournament. Yesterday we had Henry DeBlois from the U15AA team, and now we are officially underway. Puck drop 11:39 a.m., about 9 minutes behind schedule, but we will keep humming right along here, folks, as the Whalers are going to gain first possession here. McDonald's going to get it back to Wilson. Wilson tries to get it in deep, but it's blocked along the way. Now that's going to be chipped up the wall. Bartow is going to send McDonald sprawling there. Good first hit there from him. Alexander, good cross-ice pass, tape to tape. And the Whalers are just going to get it in deep. So it'll be rimmed right around to the half wall. Chipped in down below. It's going to get him behind the Pictou net. Anderson on it. Back up to Gallant at the left point. Held in at the zone. Quinn Wilson's going to hold it. Nobody around. You can hear everybody yelling, play it. Both defenders standing there staring as Dartmouth was heading for a change. Now as Park, the captain here for this Crushers team, is going to gain the red line. He'll fire that in deep, and he's going to rim around the other side. A couple line changes here for the Pictou forwards, as Park will head to the bench now, and both teams finishing their first full change. So that puck's rimmed around. Provo tries to get it out, but it's held inside the zone. Now the Crushers are going to pick it up inside the neutral zone. Heads up. There's Patrickin. Found out the correct way to say his name after trying to figure it out since about August of the baseball season. But we did get the official announcement on that one, so feeling pretty good about my luck on the names this time. It's now Chislett. He's going to take that chip pass. He tries to go off the wall, but a good job there by the Whalers to close down the wall lane. Now it's just going to be chipped away. An odd man rush Foreman here for the Crushers. Fit down the right side, back door to Cochran. Cochran back to Fit. They score! Fit stays with it, and a great feed back from Cochran. And just like that, the hometown Crushers are on the board. Fit with an absolute laser last night in the game to tie things. He went under the bar, as I recall. And once again, Red Solo Cup will come over the speakers. R.I.P. Toby Keith. And that gets the cowbells shaken here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. As the early goal is really how you want to play things now. And if you can get the early one and keep the foot on the gas, you're in good shape here. But this Dartmouth team is not going to go anywhere just yet. So Beals will pick up that centering pass. He's just going to chip that by Norton Connors. Beals is going to get in there on the forecheck now. McKinnon in there as well as he bumps him. Back up the wall. Picked through the middle. McKinnon just going to try and wheel through traffic. He gets all tangled up there with the captain, Morrissey. Now it's going to be turned over. In over the right side line. That was McCallum. Now the puck's going to come out to the left blue line. And off the crossbar, McKinnon from a distance. Another shot there into the glove of Jackson Mitchell as he had to fight through some traffic for that one. But he ends up making the save there and uses his good buddy back there at the net to stop that puck. Worry about that, folks. Do some rearranging up here. Be back now is Bartow. Going to rim that around, and it's going to be held in at the line. As Alexander's back for it here for the Whalers. He'll out-battle Anna MacArthur, but MacArthur's going to stay on him, and she is going to stay on you all day long. It's Gallant now down the right side, tries to make a move into the middle of the ice, had that poked off the stick. Centering pass, that's a good job at the line to hold that one, was Johnson. So now it's going to be picked off by the Whalers, and an absolute laser of a shot off the stick there of Remy Gallant, and that goes just up off of Wilson and out of play. As we'll have a stoppage here. 11:45 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 Crushers. Beckett Power in on the draw there against Liam Park. Puck's going to find its way out into the neutral zone, and the Flyers are going to rip it back inside. They'll touch up outside the blue line, and away they go in on the forecheck. McDonald will lead the charge. That puck comes back to Clark as he just, Clerk. So he just fired that one back in. Wilson's going to pick it up. He'll reverse it back the other way. Anderson took the long route. Call it a warehouse route in baseball. So that's going to be ripped back down the ice, and that is not going to be icing as it was shot down by Dartmouth here. So Snellgrove rims it around. Clerk back to Snellgrove. Good indirect pass there off the wall and up to the winger Provo, who fires that through the middle for McDonald. McDonald just had that roll out of his reach now. As Snellgrove gets it, he'll turn blindly and fire it back the other way. McDonald on the forecheck. Park as well. Now it's going to come out to the neutral zone for Green. They're going to swing it back there. It's going to go all the way down onto Wilson. Wilson's going to redirect that one into the corner. Wilson back up the right side wall, but it's turned over here as Snellgrove meets it there and rips it back in. McDonald. Gavin McDonald, that is. He takes a pass there from Wilson. Now he'll head to the bench. There as Green is upended there, and a big hit from number 17, Dominic Clerk. Still out there here. Long shift. Would love to have the minute tracker now as Beals was heading through the middle of the ice. That's going to be turned over. Norton Connors. Shot there. That goes off the pad. The rebound comes free. Norton Connors again. A second opportunity. They bang away at the side of the net. Eventually it's cleared there by LeBlanc as he reversed it back the other way. Fitt blew a tire out in the neutral zone. Now it's going to be rimmed around as Fitt gets back to his feet. He'll come back to the wing position, but it's going to get by him as Chislett as well scored that late game winning goal yesterday and also a hat trick earlier in the day. So pretty good offensive day for Mr. Chislett. We'll see if he can continue his offensive push here in this one now as Patrick in back. He's going to hit the brakes back the other way. Good job there as he avoided both forecheckers with that stop up. Good pass from Cochran. Cochran fires it through the middle looking for Fitt stretching. And that was a good clean breakout there by the Crushers. And if you can get out of your zone clean, you're going to give yourself the best opportunity here. And we're going to have a stoppage in play. Not sure what for. Looks like maybe an offside here, so snuck another one by me up here in the booth, but shouldn't be too hard to do that. So Kaharski, pretty household name if you ask me, especially in the reffing world. Not sure if there's any relation, but one would assume, and we'll go with that for now because it's much cooler for the storyline. He's back inside the zone. Alexander had that bounce off his stick. McCallum in there to help out. Good job to ease up on the numbers there. One of the harder things to do in the game is to have that player turn at the last second and ease up when you're pretty much committed to the hit. But that's part of the game. You got to be in control of your body and your stick at all times. McKinnon now is going to take a bump. He's going to get the puck in deep. MacArthur will touch up. Fraser's going to get in on the forecheck. MacArthur will ease off. The bank pass in behind for Alexander. Nice escape move there, but MacArthur didn't fall for it. She's still on the prowl down there. He's ripped back down inside the zone. Fraser rather. Pitts at the blue line. He'll hold it in. This is being whacked back and forth up the strong side. MacArthur in there to help out now, but the puck comes free. Pitts goes for the poke check, and now there's going to be a potential 2-on-1 forming here. Gallant down the left side. Gallant keeps shot, scores! Remy Gallant with a laser and a big Arroselli there to boot. And just like that, we are back to square one. What a shot from Gallant, and as he was walking down the left wing, I almost said maybe going to keep and shoot it here, as after I watched him shoot that first puck up over the net and in and out of play. He looks like he might be the trigger man here for this Dartmouth team. Nonetheless, 1-1 tie. The puck goes back inside the Dartmouth zone. It's been a fun year watching the Whalers progress as a team now, as Park throws a big hit there and almost into that stanchion, the ever dangerous part of the bench. Puck's going to be pushed outside the zone. Clark will get there to meet it, and the Dartmouth player still stuck in the zone. Wilson fires that up for McDonald. McDonald will take a bump there. Provo with the hit. Now it's going to be inside the zone. Good shoulder check there from McDonald as he tried to figure out where he was going before he got the puck, and now it's going to be a penalty, even though it looked like the player stepped on the stick. And now the extra attacker, Morrissey, just getting out onto the ice. But now we are going to have our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go to number 8, Gavin McCallum. Or sorry, number 88. That's 2 8s out there. Adam Anderson, 2 for Tripp. Maybe less. Off to the sin bin he goes, and Dartmouth's going to go to the first power play after just equalizing this game. Down inside the Pictou County zone. Back to the right side point. Alexander had that one fanned on it, but he maintains possession, tries to fire it at the net there as LeBlanc's going to pick it up, and he had seen enough, so he's going to send that the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Goalie came out to play it, but then decided against it. Now as Chislett's in there, he can fly. And away goes Bartow. Bartow for the Whalers in over the line. He's just going to chip it to himself. LeBlanc's just going to take the small route there. Now is the shorter of the lanes. Straight line hockey. Chislett down to one knee, looking for that block. Now back down low for the Whalers. They're going to move it back to the half wall. Back up top. Got Gallant in front now to Koharski. They're going to have some time and space. Shot there through a crowd. It was blocked. Another opportunity. They bang away at it in the slot. Shot, scores! Off the stick of Seth McDonald, a power play goal, and the Whalers lead 2-1. So the penalty turns out to be costly. They relinquish the lead here after an early goal, but lots of hockey to be played with that said, so we're back to even strength. And we look like this one might be a last goal wins type deal, as this game has been pretty quick and fast for chances now and there, where they're going to return the favor, we'll call it, as another tripping call on the play, and Dartmouth will be penalized now as Morrissey heads to the box. And now the Crushers will get a power play. So big moment here early on in this game. Puck is held in at the line there momentarily by McKinnon, but now it's going to exit the zone now as Pitts goes back for it. Pitts has Beals on him. He's going to fire one in behind. Good forecheck here as Dartmouth will hold the line here on the penalty kill. Cochran will intercept that pass. He'll chip it out to the neutral zone. Fitt's going to come through with speed down the left side, 1-on-2. Fitt tries to slide it to Cochran, but it's picked off there. Now it's going to be sent the length of the ice. Pictou County team 2-0. The Whalers 1-0, so looking to make it 2-0 here as well. It'll really make things interesting down the stretch. Cochran's going to hold that in at the line. He just dodges a hit there from Norton Connors. Fitz shot there, big block from Snellgrove as he went down to one knee to sacrifice the body. A sacrificial play by Snellgrove. Now as Wilson comes out to play it, he'll leave it there for McKinnon. McKinnon's going to wheel behind his own net. He's going to get the crossovers going now, and he can fly. Look at the jersey flying through the neutral zone now. Down the right side, he's going to have a step. McKinnon to the backhand, tries to shoot forehand, and he just missed the net. What a rush there from Hayden McKinnon. Now he's just going to keep wheeling right to his bench. Wilson will partner past that. They're going to go through the seam there. Chislett hit the one-timer. MacArthur now is going to pick up that loose puck. She slides it back to the D-man. Chislett in there and behind the net looking for his options. He's just going to use that body and his length to his advantage as that goes back to Anderson. Anderson shot there. That goes wide and up off the glass. 30 seconds left in the man advantage as Provo is going to chip that one loose. He's going to give chase here as Chislett's back. Chislett. Provo's going to get that puck. He's just going to pin that up against the wall. Going to have to send two guys here if you're the Crushers, as Provo's just going to try and eat the clock. Does a great job so far. 15 seconds. He's caught now. He tried to sell one here, but now he's going to be caught behind the play. So a 3-on-2 forming here as Wilson's just going to shoot that. The rebound comes over MacArthur. Now an opportunity there for McCallum, and he got a stick on it but couldn't beat the goaltender now as Morrissey joins the party. Anderson heard the footsteps, so he just fired that on net, and now Mitchell will come out and stop that and hang on. 4:32 left to go here in the first 2-1 lead for the Whalers. So we'll stay down inside the Dartmouth zone for the face-off. They win it back. Wilson fires that towards the net. Back out front there for Fraser. Shot there. That was blocked. Now it's going to come outside the zone. As Gallant is away. And sorry about that laugh, folks. Something happened up here that was funny that caught me off guard. It's all in good fun up here. Beals now through the neutral zone. He's just going to chip that off the wall. Fraser will intercept that there as he's going to get over the line. You can hear them yelling deep from up here in the booth. Beals with it. It's going to be held in. Now they'll exit over Gallant. Gallant with Beals with them. Gallant spins, backhand pass. Not entirely sure why he spun around, but it did look pretty cool. So Gallant now will rip that back for Kern at the right point. Kern had that intercepted. MacArthur working hard on the wall there. Back inside. There's a good stretch pass there from LeBlanc up to McCallum. McCallum's got Fraser. Fraser had to slow up at the blue line there as the puck got to him late. Morrissey just tried to chip it to himself. McDonald makes a nice move into the middle for Green. Green tries to get a shot off, but a stick interrupts that on the way there. Beals now on the left wing wall. He's interrupted there by Park. Hit thrown there. Now back to the point. Opportunity for LeBlanc. LeBlanc shot there, tipped. It was redirected on the way to the net, but a save there from Mitchell now as they fight for it in front of the net. LeBlanc's going to have to backtrack. Norton Connors streaking there as that puck's going to go off the wall. He'll give chase, and that's going to be fired up over everybody, and a hit there on Clerk from Park now as Green in over the line, 1-on-2, but he couldn't get by Beals. Now as Morrissey's back to help out. The puck's going to be chipped down to the Pictou zone. Icing waved off. No, it wasn't waved off. There's LeBlanc, got it just at the line. .238 left to go here in the first. 7-5, the shots in favor of the Crushers here. Back in behind Park, first on the puck there. He shovels it at the net. McDonald looking for that rebound, but it was covered up there by Mitchell. Mitchell, the southpaw down there, and that's something you see a lot more of these days, and I think maybe it just stems from them just having the gear available. It feels like when I was growing up, they didn't even have left-handed goalie gear, and if they did, it was super foreign to everybody, but Lots of left-handed goalies now these days. It's nice to have the option, and let's be honest, folks, the gear has come quite a long way. Now as McDonald fights for that puck, he's down in the left corner. He's looking for his options. He'll swing it back to McKinnon at the point. McKinnon shot there through a crowd. A good one, but Mitchell out at the top of the crease. He'll take that in the breadbasket. And another net guard on the ice here, and we've seen a ton of that here this weekend so far, as these neck pieces just barely hanging on out there. And I think nobody really talked about net guards until that scary incident there in one of the pro hockey leagues. Now all of a sudden it's a topic of discussion, but part of the gear nonetheless. It's hard not to notice, though, as all of a sudden your neck gets cold out there. As Gallant in over the line for the Whalers. Gallant looks for his options. He's going to swing that back for Snellgrove, and that gets by him and outside the zone. He's got Koharski back. Koharski going to survey through the middle now. Bartow flips it up. McKinnon there to intercept. Now that puck's going to come free. He took a quick head check there to make sure everyone was onside, and they were, so he's going to work down in the corner, but he's upended in the meantime. Chipped off the wall. McDonald runs into Pitts there, who just easily runs into him. Gallant is now going to get in free. Gallant hooked up, and he may have a penalty shot here. We're going to see what the call is. It's going to be interference, as Gallant got in behind the D. And I think everybody holding their breath a little bit there, hoping for the penalty shot call, maybe on the Dartmouth side, not necessarily on the Pictou County side. Face off one cleanly here by the Whalers. They're going to partner that across for Alexander. Alexander, backhand pass through the crease. Now it's going to be picked up by the Crushers, and that's going to be played with a high stick. So Dartmouth's going to have to touch up here as Mitchell is going to touch that now, so the faceoff will stay inside the zone. But you had to make a decision there. Either Dartmouth had to touch it and the faceoff stays inside the zone, or Pictou comes down and picks it up first on the penalty kills. So you could hear from up here in the booth, coaches and fans yelling, "Go get it, play it," as they like the option of the D-zone face-off rather than maybe an odd man rush down there in the zone shorthanded. Now Park's just going to swing that back for Wilson. Wilson's going to wheel back as well. He'll go back to Park, and then now Park will fire that down the length of the ice. Good job there. Now his goaltender comes out to play it, but Alexander's back here to help out for the Whalers as they're going to get in motion now as the power play breakout underway. Good job there to close off the top part of the blue line for the Crushers here with a minute 19 left in the man advantage and 50 seconds left here in the first period. Now Gallant away looking for a second to the backhand shot there, and that goes wide past the glove side. Koharski lost that puck. Fit in all alone. Fit to the forehand shot. Scores! Fit fits it under the bar, and he makes it 2-2 Crushers. What a shot there from Noah Fit, as he got loose there and showed us his breakaway speed on that loose puck, and a short-handed goal for Noah Fit and the Crushers, and we're back to square one. Once again, Red Solo Cup, and every time Pictou scores, the song comes on, and I've been told from a good source that the parents are rocking the Red Solo Cups, maybe not necessarily the Solo Cups themselves, but red cups down there in the crowd, and they cheers every time that they score. So Pictou County fans having a lot of fun here this weekend. They put a lot of work into this weekend, and we all know that this is a volunteer-based tournament, so rightfully so. Do as you wish. Support your team in the most possible positive way, and they are doing that here so far. So 20 seconds left to go here in the first period. 9-6 are the shots. 2 goals come from Fit. Is now Curran for the Whalers. He's just going to wheel out. They're just going to push it back up through. Provo's going to pick that up. He kind of left it behind, but now he's going to get it in deep, and that's pretty much going to do it here for the first, and it will. So after 1 period of play, we're tied up at 2. We'll be back with second period here when we return. And we're back, second period here, and they already shaved a second off the clock there, cheating the system down there, trying to get back to even strength. Obviously that's just a joke, folks, but we are back with second period action here as Power's going to make his way down the left side. He's going to work down underneath. He's going to hit the brakes. Good edge work down there from Power. He's going to walk underneath. So he fires that back up to the point. Curran back down low. Donald looking for his options. Snellgrove sneaking down to the back door. Now he's going to ease off. Back to even strength. Chislett is back in the play. While he was in the box, his team tied it now as they fight for it in front of the net. Chip through the middle. McCallum's going to leave that there for Chislett. Chislett's going to have an opportunity to show the wheels, but he had that poked off his stick there at the last second. As McKinnon will just fire that back down, hits the ref. And icing will be waved off because it was touched, but by the referee. So Snellgrove in behind his own net. Now he's going to wait for his players to get into motion. He fires that up to Beals. Fraser in behind Beals. Back now, it's going to be chipped off. Foot race here, but Wilson's going to get there first, and he drilled Liney right in the gut. And he shakes that off. Liney didn't even phase him at all, barely even flinched. Now is a good outlet pass there for MacArthur. MacArthur will fire that up for McCallum. She's going to head to the net. McCallum shot there, the rebound. Maybe a bit of a knuckling puck now. His big hit down there from Anna MacArthur into the corner on Beals. Now a shot there through a crowd right into the glove, it seems, there of Mitchell, who was out at the top of the crease in great positioning once again. Park now tries to fire one at the net. It was blocked along the way. Good pressure here from the Crushers now as we continue on in the offensive zone. Park centers it. Opportunity for McDonald. Shot there, and that goes up and over the blocker. It's Morrissey now. He's just going to flip that back. Good job to reverse pressure here, and that's going to open things up now as Beals is able to take a clean breakout pass. Now he's going to fire that through the middle. Norton Connors had a hard time handling that, but he's going to pick it back up. He's going to hit the brakes now as you see the snow fly back up to the middle for Beals. Beals shot there, kicked out by Wilson. Rebound comes to Norton Connors. He's going to drop that front shoulder, protect himself now, try to find Morrissey, and does for a moment, but the puck rolls off his stick. That's going to be chipped in. And back onto the goaltender as he hangs on. And the faceoff's going to stay down inside the zone, so games at Hector Arena going to start here in about 55 minutes. And our good friend and employee, Mr. Brendan Maloney, will be there to catch all the action for you. Now is that centering pass going to come all the way out to the point. Good job there by Pitts as he was there to make that stay inside the zone. Now Fit and Pitts. Now it's back to the point, shot there. Rebound comes loose for just a moment, and the Crushers were right there on the doorstep, but Chislett retreats very quickly. And that's the way to do it. Can't say I ever did that myself. I used to like to stick around in front of the net, maybe take a cross check and draw a penalty, or hope to anyway. Chislett likes scoring too much, though, it seems, so he wants to get that puck on his stick, and it's tough to do that from the penalty box. McDonald through the middle. Gallant now is going to pick it up 1-on-3 here. He's just going to soft chip that in behind Pitts. Gallant will take the outside lane. He chips that there and takes his man down by accident as they both hit the deck. Looks like they kind of had a little chuckle about it, and Gallant just making sure he wasn't cut there. He kind of pulled his jersey up for a sec to take a look at his wrist as Koharski fired that along the ice. Bartow now tried to center it for Gallant, but Chislett was down there in perfect defensive positioning as the centerman, or F1 depending on how you look at it there, as he fires it up the middle. Fit is going to get there first. He just tries to fire that back for Chislett. Chislett takes a bump. Fit tries to center it. It's at the side of the net. They're looking for it. It's loose. As now Chislett lost his stick. Kicks it back to Pitts. Pitts will just fire that back down low. Fit will pick it up and spin back around. Give Chislett time to grab his stick. Now as Fit walks out, shot there. That was blocked. So Pitts is going to fire that around for his deep partner, Chislett. They're going to have a step here, half break. Clerk is there, and he throws a hit, but can't stop Chislett. Chislett, the shots saved there by Mitchell, and you can hear and feel the Pictou faithful holding their breath there as when that puck gets on Chislett's stick, anything can happen at all, as he's got 4 or 5 goals already in the tournament, and including a hat trick in one of the games. Good opportunity there and a good heads-up pass, but even better save there from Jackson Mitchell from the Whalers. As now it's going to be chipped by Provo. Is going to have McDonald 2-on-1. Anderson's just going to take the open man shot there, and a save by Wilson. Got just enough of that to keep that from going into the back of the net. So now McCallum picks that up. He's dumped. MacArthur moves it up for Fraser. Fraser leaves it there for MacArthur unintentionally, but she's going to pick it up. She'll have some space. She fires that on net, and that is smothered up there by Mitchell in the glove. And he'll hang on. We've had a few looks at number 17, Anna MacArthur, over the last little bit. Like I said, I remember her from the high performance camp that we were at up in Antigonish. Switching from guys to girls is a little bit of an adjustment as far as the body contact anyways, but doesn't seem to bother her one bit. It's Fraser now on the draw. Lost that one. So the Whalers are going to get possession now. It's almost turned over in behind the net on the forecheck. Now Dartmouth away. Power. Pretty smooth skater. Up for Provo. Provo's just going to chip that in behind. Wilson's going to leave that there with the stick. Slow it down for Anderson. Anderson braced himself for body contact against Provo there and does a good job. As Provo, no slouch in the height department. There's MacArthur battles on the half wall, trying to get that puck go to the zone. Now they're just going to bump bodies down there. It's going to be passed over to Snellgrove. Somebody lost a net guard once again. Feel like we say that every second shift now as they bang away at the side of the net. Nobody can find it. So McCallum now blew a tire on his way up to exit that puck. Snellgrove leaves it in the slot there for Powers, blocked by Anderson. And that's going to be rimmed around McCallum. 4 Whalers caught behind the goal line. So McCallum's going to head up ice, fires across ice. Nice pass to MacArthur, nice move. Oh, tries to get a shot off and just couldn't get the puck off the stick in time. Now as that puck goes back into the slot area. Now an opportunity potentially here, but Park back on the back check, and there's a reason he's wearing the C out there, folks. 200-foot game and real good leadership qualities we've seen out of it so far. As now Park's going to fire that cross ice. Good job to take that on the backhand was Green. Green fires it in the middle for Park. Park, one hand almost find the back of the net. He was tangled up in front with the back checker. And now it's going to go all the way down the ice for icing. And Park was looking for a penalty there, but still almost managed to put the puck in the back of the net with half his hands. There's a great feed there from Green as he just put it into an area that he could skate into, and those aren't the easiest passes to make, and sometimes you don't even want to attempt it, but Morrissey there for the Whalers is going to bring the net guard down to the Pictou bench, and that's leadership right there if I've ever seen it. Be just as easy to let that thing stay where it is and force them to go back and get it themselves. Now as McDonald gets an opportunity to put one on net, but he misses wide. McKinnon ran into Norton Connors. Shot there from Park was fanned on as he shot the puck, but the puck didn't go anywhere. Now Beals will find Beals and up to Norton Connors. He's going to get in on the forecheck there as he is a straight line skater. He never stops hustling. Norton Connors. That's a good quality to have as a hockey player, that's for sure. Now as the Crushers are away, McDonald finds Green over to McKinnon, who centers it back door, looking for McDonald. He turns, fires that, and he almost takes McKinnon's head off in the meantime. It's Beals. He's going to take a hit on the wall. Puck's held in momentarily by Chislett, but then it bounces over his stick. So Pitts is going to swing it back here. Tries to fire a cross-ice pass and does. Now it's going to be moved into the middle for Fit. Fit down the left side. Shot there along the ice, looking for maybe a rebound out into the slot as LeBlanc ran over his man. And Beals is going to head to the bench. Up under his own power, though. No problem there. He's just going to readjust the bucket. And now the Crushers are in on the forecheck. Chislett back up top to the point. Pitts, shot, tipped at the side of the net. Chislett, rebound opportunity, and that gets shot wide. Dartmouth hemmed in their zone a little bit here. Good job by LeBlanc not to give up on that blue line as he shoots that on the glove side. And that's going to be covered up by Mitchell. 7:15 rather, left here in the second period. 19-9 are the shots in favor of the Crushers. couple of our guys lucking out with a game off here with the Glace Bay team not being able to make it here this weekend. Tough news to hear. So everybody knows how fun hockey tournaments are. Now is Fit down there on the forecheck. Cochran and Chislett out there as well. They're going to hold the zone here once again. Chislett had that one bounce off his stick. Now he's going to have to retreat. Good stick check there as he used that long reach to his advantage. Now he's going to walk in across the circle. He's bobbing and weaving. Puck stays inside at the line. LeBlanc now. And there's going to be a slashing penalty here on Gallant. So Remy Gallant's going to sit for 2, maybe less, for slashing. Another power play opportunity here. Good job on the draw by MacArthur. She knew the assignment, and she'll just turn and fire that on the net. Like I said, folks, everybody's got an assignment off the draw. There's an assignment for a loss, and there's an assignment for a win. So not all read and react out there. Some strategy mentally as well. Fraser now on the draw. He's going to push that in, and you can see them all pounce on that puck right off the face-off as Pitts almost ran into LeBlanc as they got their wires crossed a bit, but the puck's going to stay inside the zone. MacArthur back up for LeBlanc. LeBlanc back to MacArthur on the half wall. She's going to have some space. She'll walk in. She shoots that there. Rebound. And the ref blew the whistle right away, assuming that Mitchell would make the save. Nice to see the power play humming here as when you draw up a play and you get to pull it off. Sometimes it's even a little bit surprising. Face off one cleanly, and it's just tapped back for Anderson. Anderson's going to fire that, but it's blocked by Morrissey. Now clearing attempt is chipped and held in. Green back up top for Anderson. Anderson back down to Green. Green fired it down low for McDonald. McDonald looking for that return pass. He's going to work out of the corner, cycles it down low, trying to catch Snellgrove out of position. Now up top for Anderson. Anderson shot there, maybe took a little bit too long to get that off as he had the traffic in front but couldn't find the lane. As Wilson turned it over there, and a shot from a distance almost beats Wilson, but he was back in time now as he'll swing it back. Here's Wilson. He's got Morrissey on him. Wilson up for Green. Green looking for Park through the middle. He'll pick it up. Park 2-on-2 forming here for the Crushers. McDonald stays on side. Park down the right side onto the back end. He'll work behind the net now. He's just going to try and get into position as he goes back up top to the point. Cross for Anderson. Anderson shot there, tipped in front of the net. They bang away at it. It's still sitting there. 35 seconds left in the man advantage. Norton Connors, he takes a hit, but he barrels through Wilson. She gets the better of him. Now that slap shot goes the length of the ice. Wilson comes out. He'll retrieve that puck, and he'll leave it there for Anderson, who's going to stop up and work his way back up ice as Fitt's going to pick up that puck. He'll wheel inside the blue line. Fitt, he's going to drop that there as that one pass beat 2 defenders. Chislett going to get it in the slot area. He shoots there. I think he was looking for the pass originally, but couldn't find the lane, didn't want to force it, so he tried to rip a shot through. So McKinnon now comes through. He'll barrel through McDonald. Fitt with it. He's going to shoot that low pad smart shot there as he got the rebound. Another opportunity. They score. Gavin McDonald banks one in off the pad of Mitchell, and the Crushers take the lead 3-2. So just as the penalty expired, as the old Red Solo Cup plays again. So now the lead back in the Crushers' hand as they came out and led this 1-0, and then 2 goals by the Whalers and one more. They're back in the lead now as Fitt tries to make a move. Opportunity. Cochran, he's going to pick up that loose puck, but he loses it to Power. Back down low. Curran ripped that around. Power trying to exit the zone there, but he's pinched off at the wall. Fitt into the middle for Cochran. Now it's going to find Chislett. Chislett shot there. That was a laser. Nobody reacted as he absolutely let that one go. Now as the Whalers are just going to fire at the length of the ice, and that will have enough for icing. So we'll swing it back here to the Dartmouth end. 4:01 left here in the second period. Pictou will maintain the zone. Kaharski's going to rip that around. McKinnon's going to get there first as he jumped down and activated from the left point. Alexander, he'll take a bump from McCallum. McKinnon again as Gallant was stretching there. That weak side winger being dragged out of the zone, but McKinnon didn't care. He just stepped in, and now Gallant with a good head of steam. He's down the right side. Gallant tries to go backdoor to McDonald. I think McDonald thought he might have been shooting it, but he elected to pass, and it's just out of his reach. So that centering pass hits Gallant, and again, so right place, right time. It's Bartow down low. It's going to get him behind the net now. Gallant's going to head there. Quick shoulder check to see where he wants to go. Love when I see a player check the traffic and flow of play before they get to the puck. So now that puck's going to find the stick. MacArthur, she's just going to rip that over for Fraser. Fraser's just going to get that in deep. Now, Pitts is in there on the forecheck. Now there's going to be nobody back here. So a puck race. Wilson is just going to leave that there, and LeBlanc maybe caught Gallant at the end of his shift, so he'll wheel back and pick that puck up now as it's pushed through the middle for Park. Park is going to work in over the blue line on the right side, being back checked hard. Centers it, front shot there, scores! Gavin McDonald, his second of the game, and he doubles the lead here for the Crushers on a great feed from Park. And just like that, the Crushers are up 4-2. Gavin McDonald, fresh off of having the High Button Sports mic on in the first period, may have used it to his advantage. And that's me digging for something at all. But regardless, 2 goals for McDonald here in this period, and the lead is 4-2 now. 2:30 left to go here in the second period. But as we've seen, these Whalers can strike here at any moment. So just got to keep the foot on the gas here, and Dartmouth just has to stick to their game plan now as Park's going to find Green. Green's just going to get that in deep as Morrissey was on him. Now Park's going to get there first. Clerk as well gets a stick on it. Now the puck's going to come loose as McDonald came in to help open. Now it's going to be cleared. Norton Connors, good breakaway speed there as he goes straight down the wall and almost had a step there. Now as Morrissey gets it back up. Morrissey cuts in. He's tripped up. Play continues. They fire it up for Chislett. Chislett down the right side. Clerk shot there and a blocker save as he goes flying into the goalie. And that one looked like it hurt Chislett as he's down on the ground here. And he's back up to a foot now at least. And he'll be back up under his own will here. It's a great sportsmanship moment there. Almost make you tear up here in the booth as Chislett and Mitchell will reconvene and make sure that they're both okay. At the end of the day, it's just a game, folks. And Chislett with no intention of flying into the net there. And Mitchell knew that, so like I said, good sportsmanship on display there, especially in a heated matchup like this. As Fitt will take that off the draw, but Beals is going to come away with it. Beals lost that. Chislett right back into the action here. It's Power. Far that cross ice. 94 seconds left to go here in the second period. And wouldn't you know it, Zamboni driver already ready to go. Now is Chislett's just going to fire that. Chislett, front there looking for Cochran. He finds him but couldn't get it into an area where he could get it off. Now is Bartow is going to take that off the skate. Good call by the linesman. Wilson back. Dartmouth in there on the forecheck. Bartow dropped down to one knee. Pass through the middle. Fitt looked off to be off to the races. So now McKinnon's going to fire that for Fitt as Dartmouth got caught changing, as now Fitt's going to have a hard time. There's an errant glove out there. You're going to have to dangle that one. Leaves it there for Chislett. Chislett cuts back. He fires one or tries to, and it goes up over in far corner into the last minute of play here. Now as Alexander is being pressed by Cochran. Alexander comes out from behind his own net. He's got options. He faked to the right, to the left and went right. Now Bartow's just going to chip it in. Provo's going to head to the bench for a change. Anderson back for the Crushers. Bartow tries to get a piece of him now. Forces a turnover. It's going to go up the wall for McDonald. Anderson just continues on. As Fitt's going to go in behind his own net. He'll reverse it back for Anderson. 25 seconds left to go here in the second period before we head to our intermission. A late one here for Dartmouth would really bode well. And a shot there from Bartow. Just as I said, it almost snuck in as it went up over the head of Wilson. And behind McDonald. 13 seconds left. You can feel the pressure of the clock ticking away now. Late in this game. Or in this period, rather, as they try and center it at the net. 5 seconds. They're going to have to hurry as Alexander fires that back down low. And now that will do it here for the second period. After 2 complete periods of play, the Pictou County Crushers 4, the Dartmouth Whalers 2. Shots on goal after 2 periods, 25-10 in favor of the Crushers. We're going to get a flood and a quick intermission, and we'll be back with third period action when we return. All right, folks, back we are with third period action. The Crushers taking a 4-2 lead into the third period here. 15 minutes up on the board, and Anderson gets absolutely decked down there by the captain, Morrissey, as maybe the message in the dressing room for the Whalers was to come out and let's play physical against this speedy Pictou County team. So we thank everyone once again for tuning in and sticking with us here. Matt Dudelet with High Button Sports with you the whole day here on the Sobeys pad. So now Dartmouth's going to pick that puck up. They're trying to get it back in the zone. Norton Connors just absolutely hammers one down the ice. He almost takes his player's head off there, his teammate, so that's going to go down for icing. I'm not sure if Norton Connors' dad's in the building or if he's watching at home, but regardless, shout out to him, a guy I grew up with, and kind of crazy to see the guy he grew up with's kids out in front of you on the ice here, so that tells you a little bit about my age. Face-off won cleanly. Good job to gain possession off the face-off as MacArthur came through and fired it back to the point, but that's going to be smothered up here by Mitchell. So he flashes the mitt one more time here. 14-18 left here in the third. Mere seconds into this third period. We get back-to-back Pictou County games here. Next up here on this pad would be the U15AA division, the Pictou County Crushers and the Bedford Blues. So the puck is going to be held in here by the Crushers. Now it'll come out momentarily here as McKinnon will fire it back inside, but it's blocked on the way in now as McKinnon stands his man up and gives him a little words of encouragement as he crosses now as McKinnon's going to jump up into the play. Back for Fraser. Fraser just tries to weave his way through traffic and had that puck bumped off his stick. Now Power away. Good job of the linesman. Go to the way. Power down the left side, but McKinnon back hard. Power blew a tire. Puck's going to go back the other way. Curran's going to have to hurry here as Fraser going to walk in. He fires one off the pad. Good smart shot there for a rebound as he went off the far pad. And clearing attempt hits Beals. Now it's going to be chipped the length of the ice, and the fresh ice will be the benefactor there in a icing call here. Faceoff's going to come back down to the right side of the goaltender, Jackson Mitchell. Park is going to tie up off the draw. The puck's going to sit there. Green steps in off the draw and fires one right on net, but it just hits the side and goes wide. Now is McDonald. 2 goals in the game already here. Alexander takes a bump down low. Physicality picking up here early on in the third period. It's a good outlet pass there. Now he's going to find McDonald. McDonald's going to work up to the neutral zone, but he couldn't get any further than that. Now as Anderson fires it through the middle. He's going to go for the hit first here as Park will fire that across. Now they're going to move it right up ice for Green. Good neutral zone breakout there for the Crushers. As Kaharski is going to get in behind his own net, try and use it for protection, but he's funneled out the other side. Now is that stretch pass onto the stick of Gallant. Gallant, the goal already in this game. He's going to take a bump there from Anderson as he gets that puck in deep. Skoharski now shot there. It was kicked aside by Wilson as the rebound comes loose. Good puck retrieval there from Bartow as he's going to fire that back down low for Gallant. Gallant's going to work it back up top. Kaharski, partner pass across for Alexander. Alexander shot down low, looking for Bartow at the back post. It just bounces over his stick, so now it's rimmed in behind. It's McDonald. It's in behind. He's going to continue on here. Park down low to help out is F1. Misconception in the game. There's the centerman plays down low. It's the first forward back. Now as that puck's going to squirt free. McDonald had it bounce off his stick, but in the meantime, the puck comes out and Alexander and Kaharski with a huge hit on each other. And now another hit there from Park. And a tough couple seconds there for Benjamin Alexander. Now it's going to be fired all the way up the ice. And into the Dartmouth zone is Chislett in there as he came in and barreled through his man. McDonald in to help out. 3 Crushers behind the goal line. Now Chislett will slot back into the high position. So he takes a bit of a bump there from Beals. McDonald tries to work out of the corner, but he's stripped there by Morrissey. Beals able to get that puck free over for Norton Connors. Norton Connors down the right side. He's going to push that, chip it to himself. Now he'll throw a hit. So strong on his skates there as that shot from Beals for a rebound. Bounced out. Snellgrove's going to jump on the rebound. But the puck was intercepted along the way as Chislett now is just going to fire that up ice, and that's going to be offside on the play there as Fitt was looking to get in behind the defender. Fitt, 2 goals already in this game. 11-11. What a time to stop the clock. Make a wish, folks, if you're listening. Won't tell you what I wish for because it'll never come true. Everybody knows that. So Wilson will fire that inside the Dartmouth zone. That'll rim right around the goaltender as Clerk will pick it up. Through the middle, they try and pass it. Fit. Nice move there as Clerk went down to block the shot. He'll drop that there, and Cochran just got caught a little bit ahead of the play there as that puck was intended for him but couldn't quite make it as Dartmouth will get the red line and get it deep. Now Norton Connors is tangled up there. He'll take a hit. He stays on his feet and he just continues on. He'll look to go for the hit, but it's a little bit too late there as the puck had already gone. As Cochran will work in behind his own net. He's going to hit the brakes and he's going to go back up the wing where he was. So tough one there. If you're going to slot down as the winger, you can't just fire it up to the side where you're supposed to be because nobody's there. The puck's going to stay inside the Dartmouth zone. Chipped up off the wall. Pitts is going to hold the line. He fires it across. One-time opportunity shot there as Fitt had a good 3 seconds to get that stick up into the rafters and lean into that one, but a good glove save there from Jackson Mitchell. This Fitt was lined up there on the Ovechkin/Stamkos post and, like I said, tickle the rafters with the blade of that stick before letting that shot go, and now we're going to get a legal change here for the Whalers. So they're going to be sent back on the ice here as Bartow and McDonald. They're still going to need one more here as Gallant will head back out. The official laying the law down there at ice level. Face-off won by the Whalers. Good job for puck retrieval off the face-off now as they move it up the right side for Gallant. Gallant's going to fire that into an area. McDonald. LeBlanc lost his stick. McDonald tries to fire it towards the net. Now Park back to help out once again. 200-foot game out of Liam Park. Pretty much every game I've seen so far now as Beals tries to fire that. McDonald thought he had Green off to the races, so he fired it into that area, but he got tangled up with his opponent. And McDonald comes through. Chipped away. Pitts fires it back, maybe not intentionally, but he finds a stick of LeBlanc. LeBlanc up to Park. Park from a dead stop is going to walk in over the line. He's going to have some space. Now he's just going to rip it there. Shot, and the rebound comes out momentarily as McDonald was dumped in front of the net there as he was looking for the trash in front. Faceoff's going to stay inside the Dartmouth zone. 9:33 left to go here in the third period. 28-13, the shots on goal in favor of the hometown Pictou County Crushers. As that shot from the point is tipped in front and they score. Not sure who it hit in front, but regardless, 5-2 lead for the Crushers. Get the puck to the net and good things happen. And it looks like it's going to be Frazier on the doorstep. Keegan Frazier gets a stick on a seeing eye shot from the point, and it's 5-2 Crushers. Down inside the Pictou zone. Dartmouth trying to get right back to work here. Now McDonald leaves that in for Provo. Provo tries to pick it through. Now MacArthur's going to pick it up here for the Crushers. MacArthur will fire it up for LeBlanc. LeBlanc will cut back to the right side. Going to dump it in. He's going to give chase here. He's got Koharski to get by. He chips it over to Alexander. Alexander takes a bump into the boards as LeBlanc's caught now. As Frazier back to help out defensively. Power's just going to work his way down the ice. He looked for the Michigan attempt. So I'll be honest, folks, haven't seen a whole lot of attempts on that one, so I'm very surprised in that regard, as that's one of those plays that's really surfaced into the hockey world these days. Back in the day, it would have been a hot dog move. These days, it's normal procedure. Power wasn't able to get that puck up on the stick, so the shot from outside the blue line is going to be on net and covered up, but it was a delayed offside at the moment, so the faceoff's going to come back outside the Pictou zone. Right beside the Weeks Major logo there in front of the broadcast booth. One of the few teams that play here as their home arena. Or I say few, but I guess major teams. Cochran's going to get in the way of Beals now. Morrissey's going to give chase, but LeBlanc's back here. And he takes a big bump there from Morrissey. Morrissey comes away with the puck. Now there's going to be a delayed penalty of the Crushers here as soon as they touch up. Chislett does now, and it's going to be a tripping call on LeBlanc, who got tangled up with Morrissey. Morrissey's having a quick chuckle. He knows that maybe he got away with one on the positive side of things here. So Dartmouth's going to have an opportunity to claw back into this one with a power play opportunity here with 8:33 left in the third. Give a shout out to everyone down there in the hospitality room. Tuning into this game is what I'm told. Maybe I'm wrong, so if I am, that was sound pretty dumb probably. Puck go front for Bartow. He's just going to try and wheel him behind the net now. Chislett down to help out. He pokes that puck off the stick. That's going to be rimmed off the glass. Puck's going to be held in by Alexander. He had a 50-50 puck, and he makes good on it. Alexander took the return pass there and couldn't corral it. So now it's going to be a giveaway. Some sloppy play on both sides here to start this power play as Gallant is going to battle through a crowd. He's going to stay with it. Now Chislett's going to come away with it. He's got Koharski to beat. Koharski is going to come away with that puck as he's going to wheel back in his own zone. Fit out there as well on the penalty kill. Chislett's just going to continue on. Power cuts back the other way. He's going to try and head up ice, but Chislett's got what seems like a 12-foot stick out there. That's always in the lane as Bartow now. He's going to work down the right side. He's going to slow up at the half wall. In behind the net for Power. He tries to center off the stick of Chislett. Koharski chips it by. He's going to have an opportunity. Tries to chip it by again and couldn't get the shot off now as Chislett and Fit will both head to the bench, as well as Anderson and Wilson here. So full sail change on the penalty kill here for the Crushers, and that's the name of the game. A minute on, a minute off is the max that you want to be out there. You don't want to get caught tired. Now as Power walking over the line, he just tries to shoot that at the net but couldn't find the lane. Now as Gallant's in on Park. He turns it over to Power. Power, short side. Blocker saved by Wilson as that one goes up over the net. An opportunity to clear here now, and that will be sent the length of the ice by Cochran as Mitchell will come out to play it here. Leave it there for Snellgrove, who wheels in behind his own net and hits the brakes. He's going to wait for his players to get in motion now as Bartow will take that pass. They're going to drop it back. Now they're going to go cross ice for Curran, and that was the proper breakout. Now as Gallant's going to have a step in behind. Guess he'll pick it up here, but icing on the play, just a little bit of a delayed call. So now Park and Gallant trying to get the Dartmouth players into one here. Trying to draw a penalty. Dartmouth players want nothing to do with it, as they're trailing in this game, and that's the right way to do things here. Park trying to play the game within the game. So 6:48 left to go, 15 seconds left here in the LeBlanc penalty for the Crushers. As that face-off is won by the Crushers. Now as Pitts is just going to fire that back in deep, as you could hear the coach yelling deep for a good 15 seconds. Now as Green in on the forecheck, does a great job to angle, and now it's going to be pushed down the ice, and that will do it here for the penalty to LeBlanc on the icing. So back to even strength we go. His temper's flaring a little bit here. So McKinnon and Provo get to know each other down there. .633. Face-off's going to go to center ice here. This face-off won cleanly here by the Whalers. Snellgrove back with it. He'll flip it across for Curran, his partner. Curran back to Snellgrove. Park intercepts that. He's got it on his stick now. He's got McDonald beat. He centers it there, but nobody home as both Crushers got caught too deep in the zone. Now as Park is going to tangle up on the wall here. The puck squirts into the middle of the ice. McDonald with it. McDonald leaves it there for Pitts. Pitts fires that on net. Blocker save. Rebound comes right onto the slot. Another opportunity. Green shot there, and Mitchell just got a piece of that. Now it's centered once again. He's going to fire it at the net. It's going to be rimmed around the other side. Pitts there. McDonald as well. He'll get in the lane, but the puck's going to exit the zone in the meantime. Now as Anderson takes a big hit there from Provo. Provo is going to have some words with the bench, and now McCallum's going to give him the old scoreboard point. And that one hurts no matter what, folks. No matter how old you are, how far into your career, you look up and you're down a couple goals, and the old scoreboard point will get you. Snellgrove pinches in. 5.5 left to go here in the third period. Worked out of the corner, Morrissey tries to center that. He does, but it's off the stick of McDonald, and now the Crushers are going to be penalized here as Anderson's going to go for head contact. Back to the power play, go the Whalers. 30-15, the shots on goal in favor of the Crushers. Face off won cleanly by the Whalers here. Beals take it at the point. He's going to go back down low. Norton Connors had a hard time corralling that one, so Beals will get it back at the left point. He fires it down low for Morrissey. Morrissey being pressed there by McKinnon. A shot there from the side as Norton Connors fired that one at the net, and that goes wide and almost out of the zone, but Clerk's able to corral it. McCallum up. He'll sacrifice the body and block a shot as the puck goes down into the corner. Morrissey, a little saucer pass out for Norton Connors. Norton Connors shot there. That goes high in glove side. Another opportunity. Clerk there, blocked by McKinnon. Clerk will work down low for Morrissey. He's going to have to hustle here as he's got Wilson there. Center out front there. It beat Wilson but couldn't beat the iron. As that was a quick flick of the wrist there out front, and that puck finds itself in behind the goaltender but couldn't get into the net. Norton Connors now, he's going to slow it down. Good job there as he faked left. Fired it over to Clerk. Clerk fires that. That goes wide. It's a 4-minute head contact penalty here, so 3 minutes left on the man advantage as that's going to be rimmed all the way around. Clerk thought he might have had a shot at keeping it in, but he ends up having to retreat down into his own zone here. Snellgrove cross ice for Clerk. Clerk looking for that centering pass to nobody there as LeBlanc's back. He's just going to rip that around the wall. Good job by Beals as he got a piece of that and touched it back down low. Now back up top to the left point. Down for Power. Power had that bounce over his stick. Crushers are going to play in the tight box. An opportunity for Power, and it bounced over his stick in the exact same spot as the last time now as that clearing attempt is fanned on. MacArthur tries to get there first. She's just going to stay tight there in the box. Now it's going to be pushed out front. Opportunity Power there. Kicked out by the pad of Wilson. And the Pictou faithful love that one. Another opportunity for Power in front. MacArthur on Clerk. She's going to ease off. Now a pick in front there. It hit a skate and caught Wilson going the other way. Clerk comes in and clears Pitts out front, and the far referee is going to catch that one. It's going to be probably an interference call if I was a betting man, and it's going to be cross-checked. So once again, tried to jump to a conclusion early and was corrected once again. So 3:21 left to go here in the third. 2:02 left in the penalty to Anderson, and now Clerk will be penalized here for the Whalers, so we'll play 4-on-4. The face-off will come back down inside the Dartmouth zone to start things off here with 3:21 left here in the third. A little Katy Perry over the speakers. Never heard anybody. That'll put a little life in the legs down there. Alexander will take that off the face-off. Looks like Pictou may have won the draw, but ends up going to Dartmouth. His Power's just going to rim that around the other side. Koharski thought his winger was there, but he's up by the defenseman there, was Galland. Now it's going to be turned over. Fit. Almost had another opportunity to put one home. Power bobs and weaves, but he turns it over, and Fit one-on-one with Koharski. Fit, nice inside-out move. Fit to the forehand shot, scores! Noah Fit, the hat trick, and a beauty it was as he undressed Koharski, and he puts one home on the glove side, and he continues to score goals and big ones for his team, as that will give them a 4-goal lead now. Late here in the third period. Noah Fit once again here for the Crushers. And when you're hot, folks. A costly turnover. Ends up in the back of their own net, and that will make the hill quite a bit larger now. Might even need the chairlift to get up to the top here. Now they're going to fight for it here. 2:45 left to go. Icing waved off. It's going to get in on Mitchell. He's just going to grab that and hang on. So there was an assist on the play. Not sure how. It was a turnover in the neutral zone, but we're going to have another quick discussion here at the Dartmouth bench. Not much doing from that. We're going to start the face-off, or start the play down in the Dartmouth zone. McDonald will win that draw cleanly, but it's going to be picked up there almost by McDonald in the slot. Now he almost regains possession, but nice chip pass there to Provo. Provo, McKinnon. Provo takes McKinnon down now as they come back at Provo, but he stays on his feet. McKinnon now runs into his own man. Bodies flying everywhere down there as Beals took a hit. He's just going to head back to the point there, and a shot on goal from Provo. Smothered up by Wilson, and now McKinnon and his teammate Wilson will reconvene down there after barreling into each other there, and they're going to have a good chuckle about that, and so are the parents as well down there. Look down and see a nice High Button Sports 3/4 in the crowd. Love the support. And they look mighty fine too. Snellgrove's going to hold the zone. Chip back off the wall. McDonald fires that across for Park. Park might have a step here. Park down the left side. He's got Snellgrove on him. Shot there, and a blocker saved by Mitchell now as Park is upended, but both Dartmouth players down as well. Now McDonald down. Bodies flying everywhere. It's a yard sale of players out there as Provo's away. He's got Beals with him. Provo over the right side. He's going to try and use that long reach of his. Now he's going to try and fire it to the net, and he runs into the back post, and that'll knock the net off, so the faceoff will come outside. A minute 53 left here in the third. Still 34 seconds left in the penalty to Anderson. He's serving 4 for a head contact. You gotta think it's almost out of time here for these Whalers. It's definitely not on their side here in this one. Pitts takes a hit from Morrissey. LeBlanc, him and Norton Connors tangle up, and they take the ref out as well. So 3 bodies down there in the corner. Green, and over the line, he just tries to shoot that. Pitts is going to join the rush from the defensive end. He's just going to chip that in behind. Frazier with a goal already in this game is going to get there first. He's pushed off the puck. Norton Connors gets run into. He's just going to continue on down the left side. He'll make a move, cuts back to the outside. LeBlanc keeps him to the outside where he needs him. And now Pitts is going to have some time here. A minute 20 left to go. He's going to fire that cross ice for Green. Both players freed from the penalty box, and an area pass there for Pitts just out of the reach of him as he takes a bump down there and a shot front. Frazier tipped there in front as Mitchell gets a piece of that there, and a good job to track that puck as it changed directions along the way. Now is another shot from LeBlanc. Is fired up and tipped over the net. It's going to land on the back part. MacArthur dodges a hit. She's going to come away with the puck now. She tries to fire it back up to the point and does. Norton Connors makes a nice move. MacArthur back to help out. She'll turn it over. She's going to flip it back there. And a good smart play there from Anna MacArthur as Wilson will get that puck. Chislett will get the stretch pass now as him and the other player get tangled up. Morrissey and Chislett. Chislett's going to have an opportunity here. He's going to walk in over the line. He's just going to use his reach and get in deep there as he dodged a hit. MacArthur now in there. She'll try and pin it up against the wall. 25 seconds left to go here in the final frame. He's now fit. Content with his 3 goals, so he's just going to eat the puck down there. 15 seconds left to go. Partner pass over for Alexander. Alexander's just going to backhand that off the wall. McKinnon just going to fire that back down the ice. And that's going to be icing here with 6.1 seconds left to go. So up 4. You're not going to be too upset about icing the puck there, but maybe with a 1-goal lead, you might want to look at taking that one back like they normally do, but they just send that the length of the ice. Feeling pretty good about their luck here with 6.1 seconds left. That puck's going to be one off the face-off and sent the length of the ice, and that will pretty much do it here, folks, as the Pictou County Crushers will take a 6-2 victory over the Dartmouth Whalers here on home ice, and they'll change their lead to 3-0 here, folks, and that will set them up quite nicely here for the rest of the weekend. So you jump out for 3 wins in a row, and you set yourself up very well to move on into the crossovers. A guaranteed quarterfinal berth at least, but probably a semifinal one, as both teams, top 2 teams, will get a bye as far as I know, but we will give you a little bit of silence here for the next 30 seconds, and then we'll be back with the player of the game ceremony. All right, as promised, we're back. 30 seconds of silence. We'll give you the player of the game here. for the Dartmouth Whalers, number 16, Dane Morrissey, the leader of the pack for the Whalers, will receive Player of the Game honor. So congratulations, Dane. So probably no argument here, but the Player of the Game for the Pictou County Crushers with a hattie. Hats off to you, Mr. Noah Fitt, as they take a 6-2 victory here. So we'll be back momentarily with another Pictou County game here in the U15A division. But thank you very much for tuning in. That'll do it here for this one. 6-2 final. Matt Dooley, High Button Sports signing off.